Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to trace a helmet. You should probably already know how to do this because last year you traced an apple and you meshed it. I'm going to do the same thing. You can look at my YouTube channel and see my apple mesh tutorial if you want. But for the helmet, go to File, New, and Illustrator. I'm going to give it a square shape, so let's go to 8 by 8 inches, make sure it's inches, and hit Create. Okay, I like working in a square for this helmet, particularly, and yeah, now I'm going to go to File and Place. Don't do File Open, do File Place. Find your helmet. Everyone uses the same helmet to trace from because it has good shapes and they'll be going in the same direction. They'll look good on the wall. So we're going to use that. It's definitely bigger than the 8 by 8. So you know how to make it small. I hold Shift and then I just drag it to the size I want. Try to make it fill in the 8 by 8 as much as you can. Okay, so right there. Go to your layers, lock it, create a new layer. You see the blue highlighted area? I'm going to be drawing outside of the helmet because the helmet's locked. I can't move the helmet anymore. That's good. I don't want it moving around while I'm clicking. So now I'm going to start with, and remember your car last year, you did every individual shape on its own. Let's just start with, just like the apple though, let's start with the whole helmet, not the cage, just the helmet, and get one color in there. And then we'll add these shapes on top. So with your pen tool, turn off your fill and try to ignore the cage and just try to go around. Remember to do well with your curves. You may have to practice that again. Don't have to be perfect, it's close enough. Remember, I'm ignoring the cage. I'm gonna add that later. Backspace if you don't like the curve they gave you. Close the shape. Okay, now with the eyedropper tool, where are you? Here you are. I'm going to start with this color. See this color? I'm going to fill it in. There we go. And I want to move it to the side and kind of work on it over here. And I'm going to add the shapes over top of it. Go back to pen tool, turn off my fill. I will definitely see a shape right here. I'm going to go for it. Kind of curve. You might see me deleting because I just didn't like what I drew and I'm just going back. I'm picking up where I left off. And then I want to close that shape. And then eyedropper on that one. Could be a gradient in there too, so check that out. We can add gradients to it later, but let's just get the main shapes in. I see a dark gray shape here, which will probably go under this light shape, so I'm going to put it under it when I get to it. And trace this darker gray. And by the way, you're going to be using your colors for your team. So you want to just start by using these colors and then going in and adjusting them to your colors. I'm not trying to be exact right here. I just want to get this darker gray, and I'll show you how to change the color. Okay, so darker gray. There we go. Move that over here. Actually, let me move this up first. Here. Right click, arrange, bring to front, so that can lay on top. See where I'm going with that? Also, let's make this a gradient. That's way too dark, but you remember how to change a gradient? Pull out your color swatches here. Pull out your gradient here. Let's see. Gray and white is what I see. I don't see black. I'm gonna put it over top of that. See where it's going with it? Adjust it. There's some more gray over here. Drag extra gray over there, but I think the white needs to go in the middle. I put that in the middle and then bring this back. What if we tried meshing? Try this one. I don't know. There's not much going on with that color. I'll mesh it anyway, just so you can remember how to do it. So if I click that shape and I go over to this little spider web over here, and I just kind of like click in some spots first. I always start with some random clicking for my mesh. Don't do too many of those because you'll end up with all kinds of little tiny squares when you're meshing. Let's just say that. And you go into this white arrow here, and you click on the dots, the anchors. So they're changing. I'm sorry, I must be deleting them. Go back. Click it to select. And I'm on, you know what? I feel like I need to add a little more of those anchor points. I have nothing to click on. Oh, move him out of the way. He just meshed. Doesn't look too bad though. So we'll go back to this. Okay. Meshing. Click there. Now you see where I just clicked. Look real close. See it's a cross and it's red dots. All the others are white dots. So the red dots are going to change to what you do now. So if I take this eyedropper and I go over here to a different color, that was too subtle. You may not see that. There we go. Look at that. That's another way you can change your helmet. If you need a blue helmet, find your blue, depending on your team. Let's see. Oh, I think too dark, but I'm just going to go for it. That might look purple. And then obviously you'll have to change every shape to be a variation of that blue. So just keep going. There maybe like a darker here. See where I'm going with that? Get that out of there. That's already been meshed. Once you mesh it, you really can't go back. I'm going to hit the delete button on that shape, and I can redraw that shape. So that's probably what I'll do. And when you get to the cage, it's just shapes again. Take the pen tool, turn off your fill, and just start drawing. And it's okay to just do pieces of it. So see, here's a little piece. Just randomly stopped right there. I'm going and close it up. I think gradient tool might be a good idea in this area this time. Well, this is a gray cage. You might have a black cage. I don't know. Try your best. That, and I could change linear to radial, or I could change the angle. Just you got to mess around with it. There's really it's too hard to explain without you just trying it out yourself. Drag more colors in here. That drag it around. Try a different angle. And that's just a piece of it. So I guess that would have gone right here. So you see, just start making your cage with just pieces of those shapes put together. You're not going to get perfection, and I'm not looking for it. See that versus this color versus this color. It's kind of too sharp. When you use this color, probably not something so dramatic, like maybe more closer to the color. That's too subtle. A little bit closer. Because later, right after this, you're going to put your logo on here. After you make your logo, you're going to put it right on here. So in the end, you're going to have a nice football helmet. Everyone's going to have the same size. We're going to hang it on the wall, and we're going to put it in a book. So you're going to make a little booklet for your sports marketing. So that's it. Okay. Bye-bye.